All right. My stomach is full. Meal completed. Got some chicory herbal coffee substitute. You should try it. Kind of tastes like paint, smells a bit. But you get used to it. It's good. It tastes better than that. That's a bad description. I shouldn't have said that. All you men out there, I feel like you all are emotionally stunted and you feel it's like these men who feel like they're alpha males and they conflate what they do is they conflate emotional control. They equate emotional control with emotional lack of expression, with a zero emotional expression. They equate those, which is wild. You would think that they would be able to delineate between the two and see that they're actually very separate. All these dudes that they're like, oh, if this dude expresses his emotions, oh, he's emotional. He's weak. Oh, he expresses his emotions. Oh, he expresses uncertainty or insecurity. He's weak. He's just weak. He's a weak emotional guy. You're too emotional. Bro, do you ever think that is your prison that you're putting yourself in? You're actually more emotionally weak because you don't have the security, the confidence to express your emotions. You're terrified. You're so insecure and you're so terrified. And you're so fearful and shameful and you've been made to feel so guilty by other people in this life and you're so afraid of what women will think because you're believing all these things that you're hearing. You're believing all these things that you're too insecure to express your own emotions. And you just end up emotionally retarded. Like truly. Like emotionally retarded. Men are emotionally retarded, bro. Most men are just emotionally retarded. And they're emotionally like insecure. I can't be convinced otherwise. People think that they see a man expressing his emotions and it's like, oh, you're weak. I don't think a man expressing his emotions is weak unless he's coming from a helpless place. That's the key. A man expressing his emotions, but taking control of the situation. Yeah, you express your emotions. Okay, I'm a little frustrated. Oh, yeah, I'm a little pissed off. Yeah, this shit's fucking gay. Yeah, this shit's whack. I don't want to do this shit. Or, yeah, I'm feeling sad, but maybe I'm tearing up a little bit. I'm crying or I'm feeling something, but I'm still working through shit. I don't let it get me down. Approaching things from a place of, I can handle this. Responsibility. Complete responsibility. Complete responsibility. That includes the responsibility to deal with everybody hating you for expressing yourself or people having their own thoughts and opinions about who you should be. Fuck them. You take responsibility for dealing with all of that. Whatever, bro. Whatever. I'll act the way I want to act. How about that? People are going to think whatever they want to think. People are going to have all their ideas, man. Don't matter to me. I know what's true. You should have your own internal compass. Own the responsibility of being yourself, of being free. Don't you want to be free? I constantly obsess about, am I free? I want my soul to be free. You don't want to get, this is where men are emotionally weak. They are approaching life from a helpless position. They look at things helplessly. They need other people to make decisions for them, to lead them, to take the initiative, to problem solve, to solve their problems. And what's even worse is men look to women to do these things. What? What? No. Men are looking to women to solve their problems, to make decisions, to lead. They're feeling helpless. And men who are emotionally weak, they feel helpless. And if they're feeling like, if they let their emotions get out of control, they let their emotions take over them. And their emotions get extreme. They get extreme in their expression. They let it take over their actions, and they let it damage other people. Those are emotionally weak men. They let it damage other people. Like they actually carry their emotions out and inflict it on others, as if it's other people's fault that they're feeling that way. They punish others for the way that they're feeling. It's their responsibility now for the way that they feel. That is an emotionally weak man. Yes. But that is starkly different, completely different from a man who is emotionally expressive and expresses his emotions freely. And yet there is a control of them. The storm that rages within him seems to be going in the direction always that he wants it to go in. It never veers off course. He always has control of the storm, even though it's a storm, even though it's wild, even though he's wild, even though he can't be tamed. It's always going in the direction that he wants. That is what a man is. He is a raging storm that is going in a specific direction that only he controls. He's free and yet controlled at the same time. He's controlled by himself, but not controlled by others. And yet he's free to be himself. Emotional men. People are like, oh, emotional men are weak. Bro, you have to think clearer than that. You have to think more nuanced than that. For the love of God, have some more complexity to yourself. For goodness sake. You're an embarrassment. Oh, emotional men are weak. Why don't you think? Why don't you think for a moment? Emotional men. Every man is emotional. I mean, unless you're just some like robot. I'm sure there are men that are probably just not that emotional, but man, I just don't think that they would be a good time to be around. For me personally, they just seem like they would just suck the life out of the room, suck the fun out of the room, suck the fun out of everything. There's no spark to them. There's no personality to them, really. But being emotional is not a bad thing if your emotions are under control. And being emotionally expressive is not a bad thing, in my opinion. I actually think it's necessary to express emotion. I think expressing emotions is actually healthy, because for the longest time I was, warning, about to get a little vulnerable here. Oh my God. For the longest time I was emotionally suppressed, even though I felt emotions heavy. I felt emotions back then heavier than I do now. This is how I know this. This is how I know that what I'm saying is not bullshit. That what I'm saying is actually true, because I've experienced this. I know this from myself. When I used to be very emotionally unexpressive, very emotionally stoic, you could say, I didn't express my emotions. The problem was I still felt them, and they were heavy emotions. I was very emotional. I was just hiding it. I was suppressing it. I was just didn't want anybody to see. Didn't want anybody to see what was going on underneath the skin, behind the eyes. Didn't want anybody to see. Didn't want women to see. Oh no, no, no. I've got it all together. It's so stupid, man. Because like if you're real, you're real. Like if you actually have control of your emotions, you can't fake it. Always go back to what I say, man. I always go back to it. If you're real, you're real. If you're real, you're real. And if you have control of your emotions, if you don't feel emotions heavy, if your emotions are very light, you want your emotions to be light. You want to feel emotions, but you don't want them to just be so heavy and just bogging you down, and you're identifying with your emotions, and you're moralizing your emotions, and you're it's like you're relishing in your emotions. You relish in feeling emotions. You want to feel. You just want to feel constantly. No. A man does express his emotions, and he does feel emotions. And I think it is necessary to express. But express in healthy ways. Express in a controlled way. And then approach everything that you're having an emotional reaction to from a place of, I'm going to solve this. Whatever emotion it is, negative, if it's obviously negative emotions, right? You solve it so the emotions are no longer happening. You either solve it within yourself or you solve it outside. You solve it. You take control. You take initiative. You take responsibility of your situation. You are never helpless. As a man, you are never helpless. Never. Never. A helpless man is a weak man. If a man believes that he's helpless, he is weak. He is helpless. That is a weak man. A man is never helpless. You take control of your situation. You take control of the emotion, the negative emotions that you're feeling. Do something so you no longer feel them. Whatever it is, whatever you have to do whatever it is so you no longer have to feel them. Without taking it out on other people. Without making other people feel a certain way. Or feel your emotion, that you're making them feel like you're being harmful. You're being nasty. You're taking it out on other people. Don't take it out on other people. It's one thing for you to just express an emotion, and if somebody sees that you're expressing an emotion, they're like, they see you express it, and they're like, maybe they start to feel the same way or a little bit. I mean, whatever. That's just like, you can't do anything about that. That's everybody. But it would be different if you actually like, oh, it's your fault, or I'm going to take it out on you, or I'm going to make you feel the pain that I'm in. I'm going to make you feel how I feel. That's where you have to draw the line. That's where you cannot do that. You don't make other people feel how you feel. You don't want to do that. That should never be what you do. Especially if you're feeling like, maybe if you're feeling good, that's good. You make other people feel good. Yeah, I want to make you feel good. I feel good. I'll make you feel good. But if you're feeling bad, don't make other people feel bad. That's where you have to be like, nah, this I'm going to deal with myself. But like me, back then, I was emotionally unexpressive, and yet I was very emotional, and I had lack of control of my emotions. My emotions could dictate my behaviors. Because when things happened to me in life, because I didn't have emotional control, because I didn't have energy, because I didn't have internal power, retaining your seed, I would approach everything from a helpless mind state, a helpless perspective, a helpless outlook. I would if things started to go wrong, I would just want to complain. Oh, just complain. Oh, why is this happening? Look to somebody else to solve it. Complain to them about what's wrong, but offering no solution. I see dudes like this all the time, man. And they're complaining to women. And it's like, bro, you are not a man. You are a boy. You are a boy. You are a little child. If you're complaining to a woman, if you are being helpless, if you're acting like a victim, like it's all happening to you, like you know all the, and then you complain about, you assess everything like, oh, this is what's wrong, and this is what's wrong, and this is what's wrong, but you're not taking any action to solve it, bro, you're garbage. You're garbage, bro. Solve it. If you're going to express about it, if you're going to complain about it, solve it. How about that? A man can complain, but he has to solve it. Complain while you're solving it. I have no problem with a man just being like, yo, fuck this shit, why he's like fixing some shit, like his tire fucking pops on the highway and he has to, fuck this shit. He's like, fixing it and shit. And he holds it all within himself. He doesn't take it out on the wife. He doesn't beat her when they get back to the Motel 6 or whatever. Like, he doesn't get a six pack and just like take the belt out and just like start. No, like he doesn't like talk trash to her. He doesn't say that she can't play her fucking Celine Dion anymore. He's just, fuck. Just expressing it, and she's just right there. And she knows that he's emotional, that he's expressing it, but yet there's a storm raging within this motherfucker. He's pissed about the tire. And yet, what can we say about this guy? He got out of the fucking car. He fixed the fucking tire. He changed the fucking tire. He got back in. And he's not going to take it out on her. He still loves her. He looks at her and he smiles. He's like, fuck. Ugh. She knows that he has everything under control. She feels safe with him. She feels like he has it all under control. She doesn't have to take responsibility for anything. She knows that he's going to take care of it, even though he's emotionally expressive. All these dudes out here, oh, you can't express emotions. Oh, you're just emotional. Bro, you're a fucking idiot. Think a little deeper than surface. And I think you can express insecurity too. I think ultimately what makes a man, you can express insecurity, you can express vulnerability, you can express emotions, but the one thing is that all these things don't come from a place of helplessness. You don't moralize them. You don't relish in them. You don't put them on other people. You're fine with expressing it. You're fine with being, with showing some vulnerability, what even is vulnerability, dude? Like, are you even vulnerable anymore if you're used to, if you have no problem expressing it? Somebody might, like me, I might say, yeah, I was suppressed for a while and I was really angry and I viewed women a certain way and all this stuff. Okay, I don't really feel like I'm being vulnerable because, like, vulnerable comes from a state of, I never really expressed this, or I feel like I can't express this to a lot of people, or I feel like this is not really something I should express all the time, or there's something wrong with expressing this. That's why you feel vulnerable. You feel vulnerable because there's a weakness there. But if you don't think that that's a weakness, if you're just strong within that and you're fine and you're confident expressing those things, well, then you're not being vulnerable, bro. Well, other people might think that that's vulnerability because they'll be like, oh shit, I would never express that about that's some stuff I would never say. I would never say that about myself. I'm just locked up. I'll just lock up, bro. All right. All right. But vulnerability is strength. I think personally, from what I've experienced, I've seen that vulnerability is actually just strength. So, because I don't know. I don't know why. Can't articulate it right now. But do I have anything else to say? I don't know. I think I covered everything. That's my male emotions rant. I think I summed it up pretty good. All right, that's it. this video.